story this year.
There's a relaxed look about Real Madrid, and that's a good thing. Full of confidence coming in, confident that they can beat this Deportivo team, and the form shows why. This should be easy pickings for Real Madrid, but I think they'll have learnt their lesson as well, and I'm sure that Zidane will have them wound up tighter than a Jimi Hendrix guitar string at Woodstock. This is a team that's lost its last 2 La Liga games, and now they face an opponent which they have the beating of. Unquestionably, the class difference between modest Deportivo La Coruna and Gareth Bale's Royal Whites is enormous. The stage is set. This place and the great Madridista fans are holding faith. They haven't turned on their team yet. I'm not so sure that they won't let their feelings be known more resoundingly if they can't take care of the Turks. The great Keylor Navas in goal.
And again, it looks like he might have survived another coup attempt. We'll talk about that a bit later. Nacho still in the middle. In fact, they're running out of central defenders. Casemiro, Modric, and Kroos. And it is the return of the BB. Well, maybe not. Almost. But Bale and Ronaldo, joined by Borja Mayoral.
Great opportunity for young Borja, Spanish under-21 international, a youth product of Real Madrid. Went to Wolfsburg last season and showed up brightly. He's got to show some good stuff here today. He'll be well supported by the magnificent Marcelo, who, like so many of his teammates, Phil, have just been off of his operatic high note. This is what the Turks are coming at the Royal Whites with.
The 33-year-old Ruben Martinez, Barcelona youngster, so he knows how important this one is. You see, Steve Aldo-One, the man that's going to be filling that blank on the back line. More about him in a moment. Mosquera and the Tico Borges, the more advanced of the midfielders, and up front, Lucas. A bit more of a flank role here today with Adrian around Florin Andoni. And the man with the whistle, David Fernandez Borbalan. And he's about ready to get us underway. Casemiro asking for a little help from above. And he's probably not the only one. And the ball is rolling at the Santiago Bernabeu, and when these two teams meet in recent years, it's been one direction. Here, a little sloppy defensively, and Ruben forced to sprawl out. You chuckle, Ray.
Well, that's what they're going to be coming at them with. All guns are blazing. And sadly for Real Madrid, still no Sergio Ramos, but he's very, very close to being fit. Real Madrid have won this fixture 13 out of the last 14 league games, Phil. So all the stats are in their favour, but it's got to be earned against this team that have always been perennial strugglers since they got re-promoted into the Primera. They finished 16th, 15th and 16th in previous years. They seem to be continuing that form, and this young lad, One, gets his chance because of the missing Raul Albertosa in Sydney. It's his debut. So good luck to the youngster, ex-Mallorca youth.
Just came over in the off-season to join Deportivo's B team, and now making his debut at the Bernabeu.
What a debut against Cristiano's Real Madrid. It'll be one for his memory books. So this youngster showing nice confidence.
Born in the Balearic Islands and now to the capital. Good look at our AT&T starting lineups. Keylor Navas. Word coming out overnight that Kepa the young athletic keeper, has signed a contract extension. So forget a team psychologist. I think Keylor Navas needs his own personal one. He has been under attack as far as replacements go since he got here, and holding off challenge after challenge, and he's done it again. They're the three men up front. Adrian Lopez, the 30-year-old ex-Atletico and Villarreal man.
Of course, the player that's been forced to make way is the bandy-legged, bearded little beauty Isco. Look out!
Carvajal dances to that goal line. Adrian with a bit of defense, whipped in by Bale. Ruben cuts it off.
So the 4-4-2 diamond has gone out the window, and Bale will have Mayoral and CR7 leading an aggressive lineup, and see if that shake-up creates more hocus pocus for Real Madrid. I'm one of the believers, Phil, that Real Madrid haven't been playing so totally badly. They haven't been absolutely stinking the place up as a unit. Each one of them individually just have to raise their game.
Although there is a question as to, well, some were calling it luck last year. Maybe there was a touch of fortune.
Zidane as well.
Good point. But from a substitutes perspective, last year they scored 21 goals off the bench.
Great ball.
This year they've only scored 5. Driven in by Carvajal. Good work by One in front, and then headed away. In for Borja. Swept away at the last moment by Schär.
Nice quick feet there by Mayoral. That's a confidence boost. That may not look much and it didn't lead to anything so dangerous, but quick feet, lovely first touches, and quick fire exchange. Nicely.
Bale with the right-footed cross, soaring in the air. Cristiano.
Fabulous from Gareth Bale out wide. He gets a big thumbs up from the Dark Invader. Beautiful here by the Welsh fire-breathing dragon. See you later, alligator. In a lovely ball served up. He knows Cristiano's waiting, lurking like a hungry vulture at the back post. It's there to be won. A beautiful ball. But I tell you what, Phil, that's good defending. Just doing enough to put Cristiano off was Juan Fran.
Duran bumped to the ground. Considering his health history, that might be a bit of a concern because they're running out of center backs, Ray. Ramos, as you mentioned, not quite ready to return, and now Vallejo gone for a month, maybe more. Down the sideline, Pedro Mosquera. Cross. Marcelo forced to defend. Off the back of Lucas Perez. And then Modric starting a break the other way. Out wide for Real's number 7, Cristiano. You wonder whether it's a case of Benzema not quite being healthy or the Real Madrid attack not being healthy. Modric across, met on the volley, slapped away. Borja denied by Ruben.
This one as it's popping into him. He's got to adjust his gyroscope really quickly, and he does. He's just maybe a degree or two off. Take a look at this ball that comes hopping to him. That's a difficult ball to strike on full pelt and just doesn't get it quite cleanly enough. Beautiful service in. Bright start from the Merengues. A lovely rhythm to their play. Quick, sharp, get it off your feet. Find your targets nicely. That's a great lead, nearly.
Again off to this near side for Adrian. One-footed player, but what a foot.
Yeah.
Foul called against Casemiro.
18th in the league, they come in. Deportivo La Coruna. Historic club, great past days, well in the back books of time now. Lovely touch.
Out wide, Ronaldo spots the run of
nice
Borja,
check.
Looking long for Bale, but too high.
It's a lovely check of his stride. Beautiful. Puts the ceramic brakes on here. There's the Ferrari acceleration. They're closing in on him. He's waiting for the targets to arrive. Ceramic brakes applied. Beautiful service. Just overhits it a little bit, but brings out a smile from the man with the samurai haircut.
Lifting it across and parried by Varane.
A bad play by Florin Andone out wide there. Romanian international, Phil, good player. Looks like Cristiano's got the boots on the right feet here today.
Double teamed in the corner, early cross, good hands, Ruben.
Again, rattling at the latch. Ay, ay, ay. This doesn't look good. Try to run it off. Marcelo feeling something there. Shouting over to Zidane, I think I'm okay, boss. We've got 5 dress rehearsals, Phil, this Real Madrid team, before the big date on February 18th when they place Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League humdinger, the plum of the round. The first leg will be here at the White House. PSG coming in imperious form. The champions will be ready to defend their crown. Lots going on about this club right now. All the rumours swirling about Cristiano's legend being finally running out of time. Again, I'm not sure I believe that.
Just behind Borja.
It's going to be important this next half of the season for his legacy in defending everything that they have done the last 2 years. They need Cristiano.
Gareth Bale. Rumors continue to swirl about a possible exit. He hasn't said anything. Marcelo across.
This is beautiful football again. Bale starts it, and the easy pass is into the area, but smartly Gareth plays it out wide. Modric says, I see you, I cannot knife it through to you. So he goes to Marcelo. This is a brilliant attempt with a first-time ball into the area, but he cannot wrap his foot around it. But again, wonderful in the consideration of the passes. This is where Marcelo was down. It's strange. Looks as if he's recovered.
Can't really afford many more defensive injuries. Bale.
Again, lovely touch from Mayoral. Kid's looking good. Open in 10 minutes. Had plenty of nice touches.
Well,
always big for a young player, especially in a place like this, to get your early touches and looking good. Nice
Chipped
ball.
In for Borja, cleared by One to the top of the box.
This one is looking good, Phil.
Not bad.
Really? That's a nervous debut
21.
to come in for 2 established professionals and regular starters. Look at this kid's touch. Looking good.
We're talking about Borja, though. Even if he is the younger player, he's more of the traditional center forward than Benzema.
Yeah.
Which, if Benzema is ready, and another great tackle by One, if Benzema is ready, this is a tactical decision by Zinedine Zidane.
Well, he may not be ready yet, the great French international, Phil. And 250-odd games for Real Madrid. They're going to take the time with him.
Modric through for Bale. Shouted with a good defensive tackle.
Playing the right passes, searching, probing Real Madrid. Pinning this blue and white team back. Incessant pressure.
Marcelo again. Parried away by Juan Fran. Sensing the pressure, Guilherme.
This team in blue and white only one victory in the past 7 games, as you said earlier, Phil. That 1-0 win against Leganés back in mid-December.
One of the reasons for the coaching change, and Cristobal Paralo, well, realizes it might require a miracle, but for what we saw yesterday, there might be a few miracles in the air in La Liga this round. Bale bodied over as he runs into a brick wall.
Well, brick wall was moving.
Luisinho
Comes right through Gareth and just catches him underneath the throat.
Sends it to the back post. Flicked on by Borges. The big Tico. Going to yet another World Cup.
Nicely.
And Borges, rule number one, the man or the ball.
Well, the referee giving the warning. Wonderful hesitation, and then nutmegs on the run.
Does it count if you don't get it on the other side?
Yes, of course it counts. Nuts.
Smart play by Borges. It would have been worse to let him go through, but it does set up a free kick. Too wide even for Cristiano to try, so Kroos will send it into the middle. And even if they are missing Ramos, they do have Varane, and Bale is back. Fernandez Borbalon coming in to try and calm the waters. One responsibility to mark Cristiano into the middle. Little glance from Schär. Tackled away for the throw-in by Juanfran.
And he pulls his arm out of his socket, pulling him up. Little Carvajal.
Now they will surrender the corner. Luisinho putting it across. Modric in. Interesting, it's Modric on this near side, not Kroos. Another wrinkle. In a strange season for Real Madrid. Just 32 goals scored. Out of the far side, Borja, but offside. That's only 6th in the league in scoring. Good step up by Depor. Cristobal stepping in. Had been managing in the lower divisions with Dom before joining Deportivo as the reserve coach. Luisinho pushing it forward. Adrian in tight space wins the throw-in. Sneaks it through.
Wonderful play, always that right foot.
Mosquera wide. Andone dispossessed.
Still
Did it
in.
go across?
Play on.
Pressure here from Deportivo, limited. Ronaldo heading it back. Marcelo forced to retreat. Quarter hour in the books, still no score. And Depor battling to try and win the ball back, and they do in the Real Madrid end. Germe. Off to One. Not his overall debut. Did play in a cup match in November, but his first La Liga appearance. There's our website. Plenty of surprises yesterday, and maybe more in store. Touched by Mosquera, but he couldn't get all of it.
Lovely setup by Adrian again. He sees Pedro coming in and needed to pull the trigger with a lot more pop. Ex-Real Madrid youth doing his old club mates a bit of a favour there. It was a lovely setup by Adrian. Didn't have much of a hole to thread his needle and found a late arriving Pedro Mosquera. Captain fluffed his lines a little.
64 degrees, mostly clear skies. Gorgeous conditions in the capital. Luisinho just putting it into touch. And might have gotten clipped right in front of the assistant. Just a bit of sunshine peeking through the upper reaches of the Bernabeu. This has been a fortress for Real Madrid, but they have dropped points in half of their home games this year. Now a chance on the break. Flag stays down. Andone drives in. Casemiro back, and he denies.
Wonderful from the Brazilian here. Andone pushing him back, way back. And a hesitation, a beautiful step in there by Casemiro.
Now Ronaldo the other way, and he gets stripped.
I tell you what, if Casemiro doesn't get all of his calculations right, we have a one-on-one shootout with Keylor Navas.
And as you can see, in his own half, so no offside.
And watch this, if we can. This beautiful holding up. That's a brilliant, brilliant piece of defending. Right there, he makes his challenge. I think Andone is showing him way too much of the ball, but still, he's got no support. He's got to get it right. He gets enough of the ball, reaches in, and then gets the pickings on the other side.
Andone, the target man, but not the only danger man for Deportivo. 5 goals so far on the season, had 12 last year. Foul behind the play, says Fernandez.
A great opportunity for him. He wins it beautifully well. And again, it's a big one, Fran, that he rises up impressively, but not with the accuracy of his header through that rough patch. In La Liga, of course, Cristiano, by his imperious standards, Champions League's no problem.
Can you explain that?
No.
Because arguably he's going up against better competition among the best of Europe. In Real Madrid, every game in Spain, there's a bullseye on their back.
So many of the players you can scratch your head about in this Real Madrid team this year, Phil. But the truth about it is, how do you follow a season like they had last year and the season before? How do you follow that? I mean, that's Mount Everest that you're coming down, and there's nothing higher. So they're going to hit some rough spots. It was inevitable. Look out.
Ronaldo booking to get to the far flank, but
unlucky.
Couldn't quite get to the right page in time.
Crowd like what they're seeing from him and his teammates so far. They're like Oliver Twist here. They want more.
A mini victory already for Cristobal and Deportivo. They've hit the 20-minute mark, and they've kept Real Madrid at bay.
Yeah.
Arguably the best chance has been theirs. 2 shots to 1.
Good counter-attack that was. Andone not doing anywhere near enough. But
Real Madrid coming into today's match 9-5-4. They do have that makeup game against Leganés because of the Club World Cup, but even so, there's the chance that by the end of the day they will be more than 20 points back of Barcelona.
Left it late against Leganés in that Copa del Rey. A wonderful goal, world-class goal, nothing less from Asensio. 3 yards or something in front of the near post, and he still squeezed it in.
Deflected inside. Ruben will grab it. Asensio on the bench today.
That game was really not the best performance by the Real Madrid stand-ins. They had their struggles against Leganés, and his problems continued with his rotational team. It didn't really live up to the heavy white shirt.
Although they did walk away with the victory, and he said maybe that will be the turning point.
You were covering that game, Phil, and I was watching it. There wasn't too much to like about the Real Madrid performance. And another surprising aspect, when the young lads are getting their chances right across the selection field, just not standing up tall enough. That's a magic touch.
Slipped through into that right channel, but intercepted.
Good defending. Esquerra.
Of course, Deportivo doesn't need to worry about the Copa del Rey, knocked out in the last round by Las Palmas. So they'll just be focusing in on survival, as Benzema and Kovacic on the bench in reserve. Flicked on nicely on Done into the area. Perez across, back post, goal! Right foot magic, Adrian. Depor's in front of the Bernabeu.
Adrian, the thunder at the end of this lightning attack. It's beautifully set up out wide from Florin and Done, I believe. Beautiful in their quick selection of passes, and again the Real Madrid defense goes missing like the kids in the Blair Witch Project. Again, lovely little touch header. Beautiful setup for Lucas Perez. And Done, a little touch header right here. Varane leaves him, and he is onto this one and picks the man aliving at the back post. And it's a man with the Coca-Cola bottle shoulders, Adrian, and he's always going to put this one in with his right foot. Adrian Lopez, 1-0. The Turks in shock waves. You see these faces all around in the Real Madrid stands, cannot believe their eyes. The whistle's already starting. Got to respond, no question about it. Real Madrid have been dangerous, but find themselves on a fish hook now.
Fourth goal of the season, and the first one away from home for Adrian. And while he couldn't find his footing at the Emirates, a great play by Perez.
And the way Perez left, of all people, Varane just left him in acid. Quick selection for the man at the back post, who was a little bit too free, but hey, right from the throw-in, little touch header opened up Real Madrid way too easily. Be a big response here, there has to be.
There hasn't been this year, though. At least not often enough.
That's shocking. There it is again. Little push in there. They're not going to call that as much of a foul as it may have been, but Lucas is a beautiful red carpet pass. There's a little touch. Carvajal get pushed off it way too easily. Casemiro does his damnedest to try to slide in. Take a look at it again. Little touch header. Varane's left. Casemiro gets there nearly, but then Marcelo on the back post trying to cover Adrian. The passing's just too quick, and you see the protestations. See it all the time. Not as if it was a massively heavy contact, like he was really barging into the player. It's a contact sport, and we see it so many times in the outfield that two players come together like that. Even if there's a little bit more meat and potatoes on a bigger player, on a smaller player, they'll allow it, referees.
One of those 50-50 calls. Now, the other question that might be worth looking at when we get another chance. Bale drives it in. On the volley, Marcelo, but wide.
Beautiful ball from Gareth Bale. He intentionally picking out the Brazilians. And in a blink of his beautiful, bulging Brazilian eyes, he cracks this one. Cristiano sees it flash across him. No chance that CR7 can get to it. Just cannot get a little bit of an edge on that outside of his left foot there. Good play again by Gareth Bale.
Getting back to it, Ray, file this one away the next time we see it. Was it too clean a defensive play by Varane? He had the chance to bring down Lucas Perez outside the area, but once he let him take that first step, he's into the box unmarked. Was it worth a yellow card? In some ways, you'd say no, because Real Madrid had 4 players back and only 1 Deportivo player in the box, but that one was Adrian.
Madridistas in full battle cry, trying to rouse their team, staying with them.
Well, Cristobal up through La Masia, Barcelona through and through, so he knew how big this match would be. Nodded away by One again. Born in the islands of Mallorca, the Balearics. Well, maybe his first bad touch as he heads it straight to Carvajal.
Wow.
Marcelo approaching the half-hour mark, chipping it across. Ronaldo back, slapped away, and the rebound from Borja goes high.
Cristiano stupefied by the ex-Barcelona goalkeeper. Ruben Martinez rises beautifully. It's a brilliant header by Cristiano. He paints it with a lovely arch towards that back post, and underneath the bar it's almost pixel perfect. Marcelo, as always, absolutely brilliant. A nod header, but it's fading away from Ruben. Another stab. Wonderful sand wedge delivery. Cristiano is nearly perfect. The goalkeeper was.
And there, the follow-up header that just went wide. This has just been unbelievable. In some ways, you could say the last 2 years have been. Last year on a positive note, this year a negative one.
In the year before, when Real Madrid really started to turn the style points on like never before under Zidane, they followed it up. Everybody was questioning, how do you follow that? Well, they repeated, and absolutely wonderful. Some adjustments needed now in a serious way. Smart play that he's caught out. He's not going to take on Steve O'Neill there. Smart play, goes back, tries to keep possession. Nice lead.
Chance for Modric, edge of the 18, slapped away Ruben, and he's got cover.
He's had 9 clubs, this goalkeeper, Phil. He's bounced around like a ping pong ball, and you've got to have a goalkeeper that is going to be in his top draw when you come into this place. Well done, play.
Marcelo with a second effort, gets to the near post, trickles, bounces off the post and back to the keeper.
And this is a microcosm of everything that Real Madrid are suffering with. It's pure brilliance. Gareth feigns Marcelo, he heads it down. It comes back to him, then he turns on the Brazilian samba. Wonderful play, and then he sizzles this one. The goalkeeper gets his fingernails on it, and thanks his big white skinny friend, the goalpost. Look out.
Now Kroos in the center of the park. Relentless pressure from Real. Quarter hour to go in the half. Ronaldo finds an opening. Blocked away. Guilherme. Lucas headed in the wrong direction. Stripped away by Casemiro.
Well played.
Kroos switches.
Good ball.
Bale on his left.
Time and space. Nice feed.
Carvajal onside. Drops a little flick away to safety. Pedro Mosquera. Driven across, but deflected wide. Another corner. Marcelo with a little time. In, tucked, home, Nacho. Wrapped that one up.
Brazilian attack. And Deportivo really going to sleep in their covering of arguably the most dangerous man on the field in this game for Real Madrid, Marcelo. He's got too much time and space here, and he'll always pick out the right pass. It may not always get there sometimes, but it's always the right ball. Look at the space and time, and then the brilliant cutback. It's a magisterial finish. He steers this one home like a Ferrari's onside, but look at this. In a blink of a bee's eye, he pulls the right pass, and it's an ace out of his hand. To hear it again.
Edge of the 18, stripped away. 1-1 the score, 13 left in the half.
Roused now, and again, Marcelo, like a tornado in a caravan park here.
Modric across, just past Bale.
Yeah, that first-time ball from Nacho is absolutely brilliant, and he's asking for it back. It's actually chattering like a dolphin to Marcelo, who's on the same frequency. He starts it with a lovely dagger ball into Marcelo, and then the return. The run is identified by the Brazilian, picked out, and it's a punishing pass into the net from the defender. Lovely goal. That's cheered the home fans up.
Again, Real Madrid staying composed, staying focused, but so was Luisinho.
Lovely from the Portuguese man, 32-year-old, but timing that to perfection.
Tries to keep it alive, but Varane was there to haul it in. Heading to the Bernabeu, bad enough against a hungry Real, but missing 5 potential starters. Depor, Marcelo, Adrian heads it away, but right to Modric. Carvajal with space. Near post. The header from Modric right on goal.
Gareth Bale looking really well rested and sharp. Phil really been bright in this game. Almost foot perfect.
Carvajal launches himself in the air to keep it in play. Ten minutes left to go in the opening half. Still too early to relax for Real. Ronaldo with the quick feet. Cross across. Bale soars back to the middle. Borja close, but not close enough. And then slams into Luisinho.
Youthful exuberance from Borja Mayoral. Hungry like the wolf. Wonderful rising up from Gareth. And he's nearly there. Just drives in. Too much there, but enough.
4, 4, and 11.
The 3 forwards for Real Madrid, even when they were a goal down, were looking sharp. Ginsu, knife sharp. And he'll like this setup. Borja Mayoral in between Gareth and Cristiano. Always making good runs. Very, very mobile. And the 2 flank men on either side of him have really been sharp. Adrian's got some covering to do on that side. And Marcelo's in that area. And good luck with that.
All forward. Battling for it. Borja double teamed and fouled. So 4, 4, and 11 for Deportivo. 1, 3, and 5 away. Their only road win coming on the island of Las Palmas back in October, where they had to come from behind. Here they got the opening goal. Marcelo looking for Ronaldo. Cut off by Xavi.
Still do look dangerous on the counter though, Phil, don't they? This blue and white side.
Look at it here. Lots of space through the midfield.
Problem is with that, that you're attacking Real Madrid and you're stretching it out, and you've got those three up front on the counter.
I like it. Like they're welcoming you to the trap. So the spider to the fly. Out wide for Juan Fran. Lucas. Back through Guilherme, now to Char. Mosquera moving forward into the middle, flicked on Andone. Still a chance. Deflected back. Perez dispossessed rather easily.
Again, Casemiro reaches in. You think that's easy, Phil? I would disagree. This situation with Casemiro, who goes down, hurts.
Andone.
I didn't know if there was too much of it in that, to be honest, and we'll see in replay. But Casemiro wins the ball in a really important position to put out another fire in front of his back four. Andone saying he never touched him. We'll see.
Maybe a bit reckless as we take a look. He's saying he got the ball. Fernandez says, I don't care. And it shows the intensity here.
As momentum carries through, he wins the ball. He gets to the ball. It's a control tackle because he's sliding in. But you can see the cleats nowadays, if they're shown in any way that way, the 24-year-old Romanian saying it's not how the way we play it, but it's the way the game is going now.
One over, cuts off the pass towards Carvajal. Modric into the corner.
Did well.
He has been sharp today. Kroos a little soft. Bale keeps it alive. Wide for Carvajal. They're toying on this right flank. Casemiro appears to be okay. Bale on the left, cuts back to the right, tries to sneak it through. Adrian. But they just seem to be losing their cool. th minute.
Have the luxury of pushing Marcelo very, very high. There's almost a fourth forward willing to leave that back door lock a little open to these sorts of counters. As you see, Marcelo gets back in his hole.
And Adrian.
You've got to be that quick to take advantage of that high pressing up the field by Real Madrid.
Borges. Overlap for Juan Fran Moreno. Takes the second touch against Marcelo, who deflects the cross, trying to lay it back. Lucas. The spin takes it to Marcelo, who sends it back the other way. Mosquera didn't hear Ronaldo, who steps in to win it, and that draws a round of applause. Wide for Bale.
Good run by Cristiano.
Outside of the boot for Cristiano, but
not the best ball.
Cut off by Guilherme. 1-1, but you're starting to sense Deportivo getting their composure back. A left-footed pass from Adrian. Luisinho couldn't return the favor.
Good game of La Liga Santander football here. Not exactly Christians to the Lions that everybody thought it might be coming into this game. Marcelo. But it's wonderful, and that is good football again.
Borja shot deflected to Luisinho.
Lucky. Nicely.
Nacho, who scored the equalizer. Overlap to Marcelo. Loft. Down goes Ronaldo. Fans scream for a penalty. Bale screams for goal.
Deportivo's defense was never a penalty for me, and Gareth isn't going to be complaining about Cristiano on the deck. He takes a responsibility on himself. And this is a magisterial goal. Wonderful overlap. Marcelo drives, there's very little contact there. He goes down anyway, then Gareth says, throw me the keys, I'm driving this one home. Beautiful one touch to settle, the next one to open the door, and that's smoke through a keyhole for Gareth Bale. Marcelo it is that creates the helter-skelter chaos, and then wonderful, cool, as James Bond in a tuxedo. Beautiful from Gareth Bale.
Fifth goal of the season puts Real Madrid back in front. Or in front for the first time, to put it properly. And they might not be done. Carvajal. Does it come back off the right back? It does.
It sensed that Real Madrid smelled blood in the water. But then to capitalize with a wonderful piece of football, completely singular, completely individualistic from Gareth Bale, who when he received the ball, Phil, had very little of an option in terms of passes, so he passed it into the net with amazing William Tell accuracy. Kids are asking who William Tell is.
Just eat your apples. Volkswagen halftime show coming up. You won't want to miss it. Action yesterday, but now Real Madrid seeming to right their ship at Deportivo's expense, with Barcelona still on tap.
What a good goal. I mean, decidedly, exceedingly good goal from Bale. Maybe that'll silence critics that are still out there in many, many ways to get the money for Gareth from one of the big EPL clubs. There'll be plenty that would want to take him in front of many other players.
Latest rumors, Liverpool for 100 million. Ball across from Carvajal. He met its sweets, but no one on the receiving end.
It was Modric that split that one beautifully. Good defending.
Lucas Perez denied by Nacho.
Brave play from Lucas. The Arsenal loanee driving past, but Real Madrid defender saying you shall not pass. The crowd starting to like this more and more as half-time approaches. What a confidence booster if the world champions needed it to come down from a goal. They kept on believing in the way they were playing. I was saying they're playing well enough, but the two goals were really fabulously engineered goals. Nothing capricious or fortunate about them. They were beautiful goals.
Bale scored the first time these two teams met way back at the start of the season. And that's going to do it for the opening half. Gareth Bale on the board, Real Madrid in front, but it was a curious ride to get there.
It was very, very instrumental in that first half, Gareth Bale. He was conducting the orchestra many, many times. This time he steps up and plays solo violin. Welsh style. He'll be singing it.
Villarreal in his first stint with Deportivo.
The captain feeling some strains as well. Yeah, he's done for the day. Andoni, Muscara, excuse me.
Homegrown in A Coruna. Mosquera pushing forward in that midfield, very dangerous and linking up. So Alvaro Tejero is going to try and fill the gap. A former Real Madrid Castilla player.
Yeah, ex-Real Madrid youth, wasn't he?
And in his first season, by the way, of note, for Castilla, the B team last year played all but 12 minutes. Now off to the near side. Cut off. Tucked forward for Exposito, the substitute. Driven across Loose in the box off Juan Fran's pass. And the foul against Andone.
Fifth goal in 9 appearances for Gareth. Good confidence booster after his trials and tribulations with a set of sad injuries. This proves to be his battle. Nothing worse for a footballer than to have to suffer those setbacks, and you feel so isolated, and it's really hard to integrate with your teammates. It's a nightmare, especially when they're so regular. You know, the injuries that come in every footballer's life has an effect, but when you're prone to injuries, it can be one of the most depressing things that you go through. Oh, what a pass.
And met well by Carvajal.
Oh,
settles, delivers, trickles away, and a push against Ronaldo will bring it to a close.
Brilliant pass this, over this distance. Pint of beer into a shot glass. Beautiful setup, but Cristiano coming across unquestionably. Fabian Schär, the Swiss international, gets taken down in his desperate attempts to meet the train at the station. But some beautiful football again by Real Madrid on the setup.
Marcelo pushing it up, Ronaldo dishing it back. The Brazilian switching for Bale, but Luisinho gets the touch. Borges over to help. Bale sneaks it across. Ronaldo double teamed and whacked away. The substitute, Exposito, Barcelona born, as he tries to shut down Kroos. One match played last year against Espanyol, so this just his second appearance with the first team.
That pass from Toni Kroos was out of his world class, very, very best. It was an amazing ball to find Carvajal.
Laid back by Borja, but he slips and not back for the return pass himself. Germe hoping for help, but Borges pinned deep. Chipping it across. Bale stayed his line. Trail for Modric, who spanks it wide.
Again, Marcelo. Beautiful ball. Outside of the foot. Curler to Gareth Bale for Modric, and the lads are having a laugh. Toni Kroos identifies Marcelo. You can't give him this much space again, but they do. And then look at this beautiful ball delivered onside for Gareth.
Yeah. So fast, the flag can't even catch him.
Unlucky. Enjoying himself here today. Really looking sharp as Edward Scissorhands, Gareth Bale.
Although, Ray, that has not always been good fortune for Real this year. Tell you about that in a moment.
What, some statistics?
To Ronaldo. To Marcelo. Past the sliding Borja. So close.
Again, wonderful play, and it's still not away. It is now. What's your statistic, Phil? Come on, get it over with. It's like going to the dentist.
Only the 9th appearance for Bale. The last 7 Real Madrid with just 1 win with Gareth Bale on the field.
Yep, well, Gareth looks like he's going to take that statistic, roll it up, and stick it. He's been playing absolutely brilliant here. He's led the way for Real Madrid. So close again, and Boya stretches his legs like a unlucky. Just couldn't reach it, could he? Wonderful attack of the right space by Mayoral.
Mentioned Borges seemed to be dragging just a little bit. Cristobal spots it as well, so pulls the Tico and sticks in the Turk Emre Çolak in his second year from Galatasaray.
Good player. Seen him before. and showed up very well, Cholak.
Nice for Mendone. He's going to get a corner.
Again, the scoreline is very thin in between, but certainly Real Madrid look as if they're hammering away to get this insurance third goal, playing well enough and creating some wonderful opportunities for the front men. And all the right components, where Casemiro's been hunting and winning the ball, and Marcelo's been involved. Modric looks as if he's back to his pinpoint sharpness. So Modric engineering this earlier chance, and here's another bird's eye look at this wonderful goal. Lucky birds, beautiful ball, steered into the net like a Ferrari by Gareth.
Bale down the line. It will hold from Modric. Tucked back in for the Welshman, who hits the accelerator. Sends it across, but he can't find Borja.
It's a
Ronaldo starving.
Borja Mayoral, but just not weighted well enough there by Gareth. On the run at full tilt. May have looked an easy pass, but you've got to have the confidence of playing it in a little firmer into your advancing forward. That time Gareth just tried to caress it a little too softly, and it didn't get there.
Esposito a little naive as he tried to dribble through. Real Madrid getting it back.
Good ball.
Offside, Ronaldo. Fourth time, first of the half.
The ball is a beaut. Is he off? Just. That's unlucky. It's just less than a half a step. Hesitated with his run. He would have been on. The ball just not played quickly enough, but good football again.
Zinedine Zidane saying he's always going to be an optimist. Yellow against Lucas Perez for that last.
Defying their positions in that table though, Phil. This Deportivo team, 18th place coming in here. They look a lot better than that. In this performance, no answer to the sparkiness of this team in white.
Ray, bottom of the table today is Malaga after Las Palmas's victory yesterday. First under Paco Gemes, lifting them up.
Yeah, good win.
But then you also take a look. We've seen Levante this year. We've seen Alaves. We've seen Sociedad and Espanyol and Leganés and Celta Vigo. These are all the teams that are fighting to avoid the drop.
Yeah.
And tucked around Carvajal. Back for Ronaldo, and a strong challenge by Schär.
Good play by Carvajal. Nice darting run, and he's fed beautifully by Gareth this time. And here they come again.
Cholak stripped.
Good ball.
Casemiro in. Borja back.
Nicely.
The Brazilian knew he would be offside, so he lets it run. And it's smart because now they get it back off One's poor clearance. Carvajal to Kroos. Back to the middle. Denied the goal. Casemiro. Ruben again.
Big bucket full of knuckles header by Casemiro. Does everything right. Beautiful ball from Tony. This cross is great from Tony. Beautiful jackknife header. But again, Ruben Martinez right in the right place again. Having a good game, this keeper.
Put in, headed, and passed Ruben! Bale's got a brace. Real's up by 2.
Wonderful attack of a ball sent in with a bouquet of roses around it, as is often the case. On Tony Kroos, it's a beautiful delivery, and Gareth rises like a big salmon out of a fresh summer stream and punch this one home beautifully. It's a dynamic header, rises again in traffic and pummels this one. No chance for the goalkeeper. Look at this. This is a wonderful header. Again, the placement is pixel perfect perfection. He's winning it above Varane, and he's winning it above Fabian Schär. And Gareth goes Barry White disco. Beautiful hit, beautiful finish. For number 3, Gareth sitting on a hat-trick now, Phil. Wonderful header. Again, the placement is delicate. It's a wonderful glancing header.
Second brace since he's returned from injury. Second 2-goal game this month. And just like it was against Celta Vigo, 2 shots, 2 goals.
There's been a lot more than that, though, hasn't he? So stop reducing him to 2 shots, 2 goals with your statistics.
You know what you do when you tell someone that they have 2 shots and 2 goals? Shoot more. Pulled down Casemiro, and I want to get back to that play by Casemiro. The ball that went through, he knew he was going to be offside, so he slows his run. The flag stays down. The poor clearance won back by Real Madrid. They win the corner, which leads to the goal. The intelligence of Casemiro, a big part of it. 60th minute, 3-1 Real.
Good opportunity here for the Turks. Lovely angle for him. And a beautiful distance, but he's got something special to beat in between the sticks.
Čolak will take it. The Turk to the back post. Schär impeded, but they're going to say he was the one that instigated the contact.
Good tracking by Nacho, and no harm done.
First year out of Hoffenheim, offside regardless.
Again, it's Nacho. Back in his offside. There's a wonderful steered home cross right into the traffic. This man, again, truly drops a pint of beer into a shot glass in the bar in the next village for Gareth to come and claim. But this was no easy header. I'm really not elaborating on it too much, because it was truly one of those headers that a player scores where you know where the goalkeeper is centrally, so you've got to try to steer it away from him. And under that pressure, in that traffic, it was a terabyte of skill in a nanosecond from Gareth.
Andone's onside. Varane muscling to get back. Andone to the goal line, looking for help. Top of the box, it's there.
Unlucky.
It's normally Borges, but he's on the bench.
I've seen it so many times that Andone very isolated on that counter.
Cross goes down.
Got company.
Back in Guilherme, into Casemiro. Battle of Brazilians. And Real comes out on top.
Wonderful lead from Marcelo.
Ronaldo from the midfield. We've seen that a lot more this game. Wide for Bale. Takes him to the chalk. The Welshman drives. The step over. Elastico. Borja! So mesmerized, he snaps it wide.
Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered is Deportivo La Coruna. Hocus pocus, razzle dazzle by Gareth. And he sets it up with a beautiful ball. And Mayoral fills his pants. Fabulous from Gareth Bale. As if to show that Cristiano isn't the only one with the step overs. He's having a cracker, an absolute sizzler of a game, and maybe Mayoral's day may be coming to an end.
Getting back from injury, maybe promise of a half an hour here today, and that missed header, a good opportunity to make the switch.
Yeah, the feel for the youngster though, Phil, the 20-year-old, you dream about chances like that as a centre forward, and at that end of the pitch as well, where his Madridista fans have been in full support for him for so long, and it is Mayoral who'll make a sad exit. Now, he played very well in that first half. Movement was smart, intelligent, they know it, but as a Real Madrid forward, you've got to put the hot water bottles to bed, and he had a couple of opportunities that he was close but not quite sharp enough as Big Benz comes in.
First game since our second game, shall we say, in this new year. December 2nd, his last time on the pitch in league play.
Well, Real Madrid fans have been really suffering lately, and okay, Deportivo, this result was probably forecast and predicted, but some of the performances out there today will really do the heart of Real Madrid a lot of good.
Ronaldo weaves his way through but can't turn the shot towards goal.
Yeah. Good setup, but he's seen the best of him, and that one just not good enough. Again, it's good quick feet by Cristiano, and usually can bend this one around. It's good defending. A sliding tackle coming in puts him off a little bit. But some of the individual performances, go back to it, Phil, Real Madrid fans will really be enjoying some of the
licking their lips
rejuvenated form. Cristiano showing enough as well, but not his finishing touch yet.
And this could be a bit of a concern. They've already used 2 subs. And Ruben needing a little treatment. On loan from Watford, Costel Pantilimon on the sideline, their backup keeper if needed. And this also means they'll have to hold off on that last sub just in case. Cristobal looking on. Liked it so much more at the half-hour mark than at the hour. 3 goals in that middle period for Real Madrid. Casemiro threads it forward, laid off by Benzema. Last performance in the Clásico, that defeat against Barcelona. 2 shots, 2 goals for Bale.
Unlucky.
Well, even after the early goal from Adrian, Deportivo had to know it wouldn't be easy. As we mentioned in the pregame, have to go all the way back to 2004 when that former Magpie Albert Luque scored the only goal of the match since they were able to get a victory at the Bernabeu. Midway through the second half, Marcelo, not quite the direction he intended. Varane dispossessed, and the foul called again. Not much, but enough, said the referee. And it seemed like Varane, the player that was losing his balance.
Again, the one-man battleship up front, and he is putting a lonely figure, but he's doing a good job in trying to disrupt.
Cross bounces up on Carvajal. Adrian giving chase. Cross cuts to the middle, but Marcelo caught unawares. Now back in. Lucas and Casemiro again.
It's nothing to do with Marcelo. Toni Kroos really a very slack ball into that area.
Spins to the arms of Navas.
Marcelo's letting him know.
You don't want to give a gift at this moment when you're about to wrap up a win. Bale. Ronaldo sweeps for Modric. Shot to the corner. Oh, what a beauty. It's 4-1.
Again, Gareth Bale starts the dominoes falling, and Modric knows it. It's a beautiful kiss from Cristiano to set up Luka, who again is so beautiful with this finish. They're seeing some fabulous goals here today. And Ruben again, no chance. Again, enjoy this, Madridistas. From the back, Keylor Navas starts the white dominoes falling beautifully. Cristiano plays it out wide. Gareth takes everything into account. A beautiful touch by Cristiano, who hears Modric arriving, screaming for the ball. and then it's dispatched with wonderful prettiness and, well, detonated with malicious intent for number 4. Happy faces everywhere. Gareth Bale again having a man of the match performance
now
to shut up all of his critics.
5 goals scored this season for Bale. Modric in front, chance for Andone, and with the goal at his mercy from 7 yards out, he chips it over the bar.
Lucas Perez it is, the Arsenal loanee that sets the table, polishes the silverware and says, all right, feast on this one. Beautiful ball. Kayla saves brilliantly as ever. I'll save you, Olive, he says, like Popeye. It's brilliant from Kayla, and Andone cannot finish it off.
Another chance, and Keylor Navas to the rescue. Fans on their feet.
Take a look
Deportivo
again.
pushing.
He gets caught here. Casemiro gets pickpocketed here, but who comes to attack it? There's wonderful save on the line.
Nacho with a goal and saved one. Good play by Cholak to strip Casemiro.
Yeah.
Deportivo could have had.
Take a look. He's got space to turn around, but he turns into the pressure, and then Kayla comes and like sprints off his lane like Carl Lewis here, narrows the angle right here and forces the placement from Andone, and then Nacho it is that repays Kayla's bravery and saves here beautifully. The goal scorer, the defender. Again, too many good individual performances all around. There's so many situations for Madrid today.
First goal of the season by Modric.
Cristiano calling for it.
Bale trying to feed him. Modric's first goal, in fact, since September of 2016. But it was the good idea from Bale, the brilliant touch from Ronaldo. And Modric caresses it around Ruben for 4. Well, as much good play as there has been here from Deportivo on the day, there has been some slack defense. Now maybe mired just a bit deeper in that relegation zone. Modric bursts into the 18. But denied. Juanfran. Stepping up close to win it back. Settles. Ronaldo strikes! Unbelievable.
Take a look at the response from his teammates. It's them that are pulling the hands out, and this crowd giving him the confidence and saying, it's okay, you've saved us enough times, we'll forgive you. Again, Marcelo is the antagonist. A beautiful ball. Cristiano, wow. And he just shanks it. Beautiful setup. He tries to pummel this, and the power control without power means nothing. And another sad miss by Cristiano.
He has been scoring in Champions League, but La Liga still mired on 4.
There's a great response from the crowd, though.
A telling response.
Really. They see his struggles. They know him. And he's there, making his own chances. Just a killer touch is unmissing.
He was denied by a brilliant save from Ruben in the first half. Still awaiting his first. Marcelo, who's drawn some criticism in recent weeks during this bad run for Real, has been outstanding on the day. Commentators curse on that touch.
But tackle Marcelo from behind, but clean.
Back to Casemiro. Benzema trying to turn One. Almost on the give and go. Not a bad debut for the 23-year-old Islander on that back line, but still some lessons learned. Again, a tactical play from Bale, surrendering the ball, but a throw in deep. And look at Real put numbers up. And they win it back because of it. Tackled back to midfield, Nacho. Well, there is more action, and in fact getting underway as we speak. Cagliari against AC Milan. You can watch that in its entirety on beIN Sports 3, but we will join it as soon as this match is finished. Marcelo, maybe by design, dangerous, but Ruben plucks it out of midair.
Here's another good look at it, and we'll switch the angle here for what the pigeons see. And that one is like a bird in flight, isn't it? Wonderful placement again. Sometimes you don't need the power, you've got to have the right weight of the pass into the goal, but actual curvature and dynamic of the pass is all in the head, transferred from his eyes down to his feet, and then an absolutely delicious goal.
His reward, a seat on the bench and a slap in the hand from Zinedine Zidane. Mateo Kovacic checks in. The Austrian-born Croat, much of his time with the full first team has been as a backup for Casemiro, but getting a chance in the offensive part of midfield here. Čolak has done some good things since coming off the bench. The ex-Galatasaray man. Germain off to the Turk. Up for Adrian. Tries to shield but can't. Final quarter hour underway. Here is Kovacic. Looks like he got a haircut. More aerodynamic, but the pass not so. One intercepts. Out for nearly a year with a ligament damage back in 2016, but looks like he might stick around. Mallorca sending him over to Deportivo, and not as though Albentosa and Sydney are getting any younger. Center of the park, Exposito. Juan Fran. Nacho. Ronaldo again, those little things. Dummies it through. Benzema with Bale. Ronaldo in front, but he can't find him. Luisinho in the way.
Poor ball this time by Gareth, trying to split the blue and white shirts. Cristiano gesticulating, just play it in front of me. I think Gareth felt as if probably wanted it at his feet on the run.
On the way, immediately following this match on beIN Sports and Espanyol, another mouth-watering match with La Real against Celta.
That ball.
Bale. Luisinho
strong
pounces
again by Gareth Bale, and he'll get it returned.
And Luisinho caught up field. One drawn out. Now Casemiro wide, two in the box. Early ball. Ronaldo! Goal!
Magnificent from Casemiro. This is where he should be smiling, and that's where the players are flocking to, because this is nothing less than lynx eye vision over distance to find him as free as a bird in the park for an easy tuck away. But what a ball. Gareth Bale starts it beautifully. Kovacic kisses it on. Casemiro plays it out wide. Gareth Bale sees the overlap come for Casemiro. There, one look from the Brazilian, and he finds his target better than Robin Hood arrow. A wonderful pass by Casemiro. The pass doesn't just beat Deportivo, it It absolutely Hannibal Lecters them. It's a brilliant ball of the top class order for Cristiano for an easy peasy Japanesey finish. But what a ball from Casemiro.
Carles
The distance, Phil, and when we look at it again, I think it goes around 3 blue and white shirts to drop that sort of pass into that area. Exceptional. I'm a man who's done wonderful lock and load defending all game long. He's been doing a lot of the covering in that Real Madrid midfield for Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, but he's just proven he's as good as them when he needs to pick out a perfect pass. What a ball.
N'Golo Kante seemed to draw the world's attention a couple of years ago, but there's an argument Casemiro might be the best defensive midfielder out there. Perez challenging. Kehler put it softly out.
Hey, wanted some movement in front of him. Everybody stood like Lot's wife.
Didn't want to surrender possession, although it was eventually. Another sub for Real Madrid, their last one. Lucas Vazquez loosening up. All 3 subs for Deportivo now on the field with Gil. Kroos. Ronaldo. 9 goals in the Champions League, but just the 5th in league play. Bale looking for his 3rd. Dances to the goal line. Plays it across. Tapped home. And they're just falling in like rain. But no, the offside flag takes it away.
Gareth Bale asking Lucinho, do you want to dance? Absolutely bamboozles him. Wonderful. Again, quick silver Bale. And as you said, Phil, probably just a half a step offside. This was a bravura performance from Gareth Bale, and it wasn't just those things. Forget about the statistics, people, and look at the art of human, the art of a footballer. What these Madridistas know, there's more to it than numbers, and we just saw that on full display tonight. Tremendous performance, man of the match, Gareth Bale.
And there's been much said that the Real Madrid fans don't take to the Welshman, much said that he's not that comfortable, but for the introverted yet talented Gareth Bale, I think we saw a bit of a sign there in that smile as he headed to the bench.
She said in the early going, Phil, and we saw the last couple of instances when Gareth, he's looking fitter, and there's nothing like being fit when you're a player, and you need that sharpness and all-round fitness core within. Gareth looks as if he's back to his imperial best of his career.
Sweet
pinging shot hit from Varane.
Good play by Carvajal as well to deny that last break for Deportivo. It's now 5-1, but when you think about it, Ray, it wasn't that long ago, in the span of a minute, Deportivo wasting 2 golden opportunities that could have brought it back to a 1-goal game. Ronaldo in the arc.
Listen, let's not get too carried away. This Deportivo team are always going to be facing the hammers of hell coming at them throughout this game. This was a statement game that Real Madrid needed to provide. The questioners and the cynics out there, they needed to respond for their coach. Fortunately for Real Madrid, it was a Depor team that are in 18th place and have had a woeful run of form lately, but full credit to Real Madrid for being locked in their focus and being as ruthless as they have been. There'll be better days for Depor, but they'll be struggling to stay in the Primera.
Vazquez. Ronaldo pays the price, but he cashes in with yet another goal.
Again, the setup is magnificent. It's a ball that needs to be won where the cleats are flying, and Cristiano sticks his pretty face in there and guides it home beautifully and takes a mouthful of boot. And they'll love him more for that.
Ooh.
It's a nasty challenge, but the ball looks as if it's there to be won, and Cristiano stoops to conquer and takes the full brunt of this boot to the face. That's a brilliant header, unquestionably. But can you blame the blue and white defender for trying to get this out? I'm not so sure. It's a wonderful challenge from Cristiano Ronaldo. He sees it there to be won. It's not that low, and it's really not that high. It's in that strange area for Fabian Schär to come in and try to clip it away, but Cristiano, he'll get that stitched up and he'll be fine. It looks worse than it is, and he'll be happy with the goal. And I tell you what, as I said, they'll love him all the more for it. That's a warrior coming out. He wasn't going to back away where the cleats were flying. He sticks his head in there into a bear trap, and it's a beautiful, punishing kiss of a header.
More than just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo with his second goal of the second half.
Again, wonderful supply. Beautiful ball played back. Defender Schär thinks he can just get a toe poke away from it, but no question about it. There's a super pass again from Lucas out wide. Dynamite header, knifes it home.
Not lowering his head into that dangerous play area, but going where the boots were flying. And Ray, it is interesting to note that for this team that has struggled so much in the second half, just 9 goals in the second half this season through their 18 games. They've now added 4 here today.
Hey, what about that statistic that you were talking about before, when Gareth Bale plays in Real
he's
Madrid,
not playing
never
now,
win? Excuse me? Go on, say it. They're listening.
Just 1 win in his last 7 games played for Real Madrid, but now you can make it 2 out of 8. And again, he was influential, but then you take a look, Ray.
Influential.
Ronaldo,
man of the match.
Modric, Marcelo, Nacho. Maybe the only one that wasn't really called was Keylor Navas.
Hey, careful.
4 minutes and change left to go. Deportivo, only Las Palmas have allowed more goals this season. Although this now gets Deportivo up to 43. And
hey, the tease is now, though, Phil, as we watch another look at this wonderful supply by Lucas. Drives past, makes a yard of room for himself. A beautiful cutback to either Benz or Cristiano. And then this one, he takes a selfie of. No, that's a little out of order. That's the...
blood continuing to pour down. They might actually have to go a man down for this finale, but I have a feeling Ronaldo would love to get back out there. Even
check his Twitter page and see if
if he's posted it yet.
Yeah.
Beautiful settle. Blasted, maybe a chip, but Ruben comes to the rescue again.
Lovely strike on the move by Danny. Sees himself. Well, if Nacho's going to score, I'm getting on the score sheet. And 1.21 gigawatts of power coming right at the brave Ruben Martinez.
By the way, Ronaldo has gone straight down the tunnel. Has to get stitched up for the post-game photo. And it was a different Ronaldo today, Ray. A little bit more in the setup part of the game.
I tell you what, Phil.
Glanced across by Varane, turning. Nacho! He's got his brace. 7-1.
That's raining goals. Hallelujah! It's raining goals. Amen. Real Madrid, as the anthem rings out, give us a smile. Zizou, you've been through enough. This one was needed. Big medicine. Sorry, Deportivo fans, but this was a shellacking that you knew was coming, and it's finally come to fruition. Again, lovely flicked on by Varane, and a turn and a whisk and a hit for number 2 for Nacho, who's sitting on his hat-trick. Lovely control, and he squeezes this one past Martinez and that back post. Pure confidence booster now. They are just undressing Deportivo La Coruna. As I was saying right before that goal, I could sense that one coming as well. Next week, be a different kettle of sharks coming at this Real Madrid side when they travel to the Mestalla.
Third goal of the season for Nacho.
Before that, they've got the King's Cup to take care of course, against Leganés, but they travel to Valencia for the next La Liga game, and that will be a test.
Don't forget, more action coming your way. Serie A up next. Cagliari against Milan. Be in Connect 3 if you want to catch it early. If not, stick around, just moments away. And by the way, first brace in Nacho's history, going back to his first appearance in 2011. Taken back Exposito, 3 minutes of added time. 7-1 Real Madrid.
Quick shout out to my good friend up in New York, Jose Pego, big Deportivo La Coruna fan, Phil.
You think he's still watching?
Poor lad will be crying into his wine, and he'll have better days with his beloved Deportivo La Coruna. Turks, as I said, just undressed here today after taking that shock lead. Only imagine the response from all the Depor fans around the United States when they grabbed that lead. But then they probably heard, right, we need to strap ourselves in with the seatbelt here because it's going to be a rough ride. So it proved.
92nd minute. They'll bring this one back.
We don't have to do the highlights of this game afterwards because I'll need a nurse.
We do have the oxygen outside. Just in case. Don't forget Betis Barcelona coming up this afternoon. We might need to reload the tanks.
I need a nurse.
I think you just want a nurse.
You do. I just told you. Look out.
90 seconds left. Lucas Perez denied. Keylor Navas to the rescue.
Costa Rica. Tico. Magic man again. Brilliant by Lucas. Pummels it, and he's still sharp as a surgeon's scalpel with his saves. Tremendous from Keylor.
Chipped in Vasquez, swept away by Juan Fran.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be some house duties taken care of here. Wow. I thought my eyes had gone a little wonky there. 2 balls at the same time, and Tony doing the sportsman's thing as well.
Biggest win for Real Madrid back in 1960. They beat Elche 11-2. 6-goal margin here. Kovacic knocks it back. Kroos wanted to get involved, and he misses by a yard.
It was September 2014, Phil. Real Madrid put an 8-2 drubbing, and that was in the days of the ex-Envigado man, James Rodriguez. But today, there were goals galore, and they were all beautifully pretty. Tony cannot claim his cherry, but there was too many things of beauty that were happening in the Santiago Bernabeu. Happy days return. There'll be tougher ones, but here today Cristiano was bloodied but not bound.